2-1 and 2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
On the ready.
45 to Mike. Check. 45 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
61. Match box.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Ready.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, D. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down, Winston. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
On the set.
Get in the weight room. Check. Crunch.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D.
2nd and 9 now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I've got to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 20.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. The left side completion to Jones. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position, after a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On second down, it's Freeman, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Tyler Lancaster on the tackle.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Ready, break. Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the slap.
Hey, orbit. Yes.
Mike, 34. Oh, here we go. Oh. 34's the Mike.
Five.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
I'm going to run you over.
80 weapons. Ready.
Now it's Wilson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, check Mike 44.
Hustle, deep grip.
They'll drop the throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Second and 10.
Let's go.
So after the
50,
incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot. Go on. Shoot.
They'll look to throw. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm going back to you. Easy. Choose the pass.
Jameis to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Falcons grab it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
45 the mic. Get your swerve on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Let's see what you got. Hey, check it.
2nd and 5. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Winston. He'll get this complete to Batson. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Batson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 2nd and 6. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Past the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
5 down. Stand up in.
5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Green, triple team.
Kill. Move. Check.
Now Winston. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Winston now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Jameis again. He sets up the screen to Jones. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Jameis now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. Throwing on second down, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. The 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker. From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long. Auschko with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches, from nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. There he goes, left side. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy. Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6. Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out. And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Wait. Two, Mike, two. Mike, two. Watch two. I don't even know why.
Throwing, Winston. This goes out right to Doyle.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready? Blue ready. Green, triple T.
Double tight. 3 down.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play action. Winston. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Winston now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. From the gun, Winston. Left side, Doyle with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. White 25. Check 59. I'm coming. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Mike 5-9.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. Here's Adams. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
I got you, Pop. Greystone, travel.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Coming to you, coming to you. Shoot.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Haywood. 34.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Got it. Check Mike 34. Mike 34. All day, baby, all day. Catch. Hey, Echo. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Zoo. Mike 34, Mike 34. Scoot. Hey, lock it. Deuce.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him. Come on. You better bring it.
Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, defense.
Go.
He'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Mike, check. 59.
Watch the twist.
Winston now. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 26.
On second down now, it's Adams. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Bucks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check to even. Fresno. Green, Easy. Hey. Let's go.
Now Winston on 4th down. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. Now, there's also a flag, but this might be on the offense anyway. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Ready, set.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
General West.
15. Check 15.
5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
On the ready.
Check 45, come on. Get in the way.
Protein spill. Check 52. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 45. Check Mike 45. I'm coming. Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Following the interception, Winston. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Let's get a conversion.
Jameis to throw it. And Jameis intercepted a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
You draw quarters. Check 3. Now.
On first down, Freeman. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers' 47-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away.